Cases of respiratory illness, they are on the rise. 11 states plus New York and Puerto Rico are experiencing high or very high levels of respiratory illness activity. There are a few reasons why, and here to break it all down is ABC News medical correspondent Dr. Darian Sutton. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, so it's that time of year. We've got a lot of coughing. We've got a lot of sneezing. What's behind this rise?
So what we know is that we're seeing an increased rate of children presenting to local emergency departments with cough, fever, runny nose, all these symptoms of common respiratory infections. That is true. But what also is reassuring, and I'm discussing with and following with the WHO, the CDC, and my emergency medicine colleagues across the nation, is that the pathogens, the bacteria, the viruses that are causing these infections are not new. Things like RSV, flu, COVID, and then other common causes like adenovirus and strep pneumoniae are commonly the reasons why these children come in with these symptoms. The reasons why they're coming in now is probably a multitude of things, including cold weather, increased travel. We also have evidence that COVID decreases our immune response, which makes us more susceptible to infection. And even certain infections like mycoplasma, which has reportedly been found in China, sometimes surge every few years. So we're seeing probably an unfortunate coincidence of all these factors and why these numbers are increasing.
And I know you're also following these increased numbers of childhood pneumonia.
Yes.
So what do parents need to know about that?
I think it's really short and simple. Examining your child. It's very common for children to have respiratory infections, especially during the winter time. So for infants, if they're having difficulty, like if they're grunting, if they're wheezing, if their skin is changing, or if you notice that they're belly breathing when they're having deep breaths, or their abdomen is moving instead of their chest, those are signs of respiratory distress that need to be evaluated. For older children, talk to them. If they're taking a lot of breaks in between their sentences, or if you notice that they are wheezing, or if they're having a lot of difficulty catching their breath, these are also reasons. But for the most part, Gio, you can treat your symptoms from the comfort of your own home. Basic fever-reducing medications, water, hydration, these are key things that you need to keep important.
Important to know that. So how do we stay safe this season?
Very simple. We have to all pay attention. Washing our hands, of course, bringing our masks when we're in high-risk environments, getting updated in our flu and our COVID vaccines, and then taking advantage of those free COVID tests that are available with the United States at covidtest.gov, bringing those home and making sure that if you're finding that your test is negative in the first few days, test again 24 to 48 hours later, just to make sure.
All right, always breaking it down with good information. Thank you, Dr. Darian Sutton. Appreciate being here.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.